Hey guys, welcome back. This is going to be my review of the Coldsteel Recon Scout. The Recon Scout is Coldsteel's middle of the road blade. You have the SRK, smaller, and the Trailmaster is the big brother. I wanted to pick this one. I liked the capability without having a 9-inch blade. I have nothing against a 9-inch blade, but I wanted something a little more compact. But the SRK, in my opinion, when I bought this, did not have the woodscraft capability of this, and it won't. It's not full flat ground, and it's not as long. So that's why I got this knife. It's an outdoors knife, woodscraft knife. Some people might use it in deployment as a soldier, but I don't like it because of the sheath is just a quick attach belt sheath. You could tie it down with paracord to something, but it's usually never as secure that way. This is a big thing to tie down to. It's pretty large all together as a package. So that's what I would recommend this for, a woodsman's knife. I've gone on 2 expeditions with this and done multiple heavy-duty knife-only when splitting, but we used an axe to get it into splittable wood. You guys know what I mean. We did all the splitting with this, and it really performs well. You can get into these pretty hard logs, and I wanted to give you guys a review on it, so we put it in about as deep as it would go, hilt to pretty thick logs, and just hammered on the tip with the biggest batons that I could find and use with my level of strength, which is not very high for the record. Anyway, yeah, so as you can see, I've got some light wear on the blade here. Light wear up there. I just oiled it up, that's why it's all shiny. Cleaned it up and oiled it up from the last expedition. That's where this knife is going to excel again, is the woodsman side. It's SK5 high carbon steel. I like the steel's performed well for me. I think it might have some minor, let's see if it focuses. No, not really. It might have some minor discoloration on the edge, but as you can see, you can't see it in the camera, and I'm just kind of paranoid about that stuff. I've hit it really hard, and I haven't had it chip, except I think near the tip there's a tiny chip, but again, it's not visible in the camera, so it's very minor, and it would go away if just sharpening it up. So you have very hard steel here, and not really rust resistant, but if you keep it oiled and dry, it's not going to rust out on you. So I like it a lot. It kind of has Coldsteel's trademark craton handle. Rubber, pretty much. Fancy name for rubber. It's checkered, and then it has, I don't know what to call that, horizontal checkering back here, but it's just lines across. It's not really checkering. There's lines across, but not up and down. It does give you some additional traction, though. And then you have another thing I like with this over the SRK is the full hand finger guard choil. It just keeps your hand back here for sure. You have your lanyard hole, which is big enough for 550 cord, and it's very ergonomic. It fills the hand pretty well. My hand uses up about the whole thing when I grip it, but great handle. G10 or micarta, is that preferable? Well, you get more traction with those when wet, especially. But this does absorb more shock than both of those would. So as a woodsman's knife, I'm going to prefer this. because I have the finger guard. I'm not going to slip off and cut myself, probably, especially not with a lanyard. And it takes away that shock. And when you're pounding into like an oak log and have a really heavy baton, you can really mess up your hand if the blade does not absorb shock well. And this knife does it very well. It's a full tang design, I think up to about here in front of the lanyard hole. I guess that's not full tang. It's as far tang as they could go putting a lanyard hole in, like so. You can hear it. Well, can't be in contact with anything else, so I'm filming with one hand and holding the knife with the other, so I can't do it right now, but you can hear a little ting when you slap it. Kind of resonates. So I think this knife, capability-wise, is a very capable woodsman's knife. It split all the wood I asked it to. Some pretty hefty logs. It started a couple fires. It's a really nice knife. I picked this one up for somewhere around $120, $120, which is it retails at $180, so $120. I'll take it. For its capabilities, though, you're going to be pretty hard pressed to find another one for that price. I can't think of any at the moment. All the Rat 7, around the same price, I think. That has about the same capabilities. It's $10.95, so if you prefer that steel. This is a Japanese $10.95. That's what SK5 is. It's pretty well done. Maybe it's Taiwanese. That's another thing. It is overseas produced. This camera is not focusing. Under Coldsteel there it says Taiwan. It's well constructed. There's not much you could... Well, I guess there is. But they don't... Coldsteel doesn't do much wrong on their fixed blades. And with the Kraton handle, it's kind of hard to mess up. The handle's on there. You have the tang. They put the choil on and put the black coating. The black coating is mildly durable. But when you're going through logs, it will come off. I've taken some of mine off, and now it looks pretty cool. You know, people can see that you've used it, which I like. The sheath, we'll move on to that, has a military style snap right there, and then it's a plastic Coldsteel Securex sheath. You can have all those tie down holes. It does not have a drainage hole. Why Coldsteel? That probably sounded gay. In fact, I just had someone comment my voice sounds gay on another video. Don't worry, I'm not gay. Just save yourself the breath. I know I always sound gay in videos. So there you go. I'm not gay. If you'd like to think I'm gay anyway, go ahead. Freedom of thought, at least for now. So it retains very well. I'll demonstrate that. There it is. Snaps, and that took it out of its... As you can see, it came out of the sheath, but the snap did hold it. And that was hard. I mean, with my small muscles, that was about as hard as I could throw it. Still retained in there. To demonstrate again, that's without the snap. So you should be fine. And if you use the snap, you could run this upside down if you wanted to. And that's my review of the Coldsteel Recon Scout. I highly recommend it. It's a great outdoors blade. You could keep it by your bed, self-defense. It's great. Really like it. And for $120, you know, you could drop $300 or $400 on a Busey. I don't, sorry, Chris Reeves. I'm not familiar with all the really high-end stuff, but I think this is very acceptable quality levels from overseas, and it will serve you extremely well in the woods. Thanks. Bye.